Recorded live with just a little bit of editing. It's Defense Up Whale Edition. What's going on, everyone? How you doing? We have two whale accounts we're going to go over. One of them just wanted us to review his defense just for fun. So it's a special Twitch follower that a lot of you probably know. If you don't know him, he's a great guy. He really does help out and support a lot of the streamers out there. So we'll go over his second. But first up, we have in Twitch, he goes by Corvus. In the game, he goes by Lieutenant Dan. And he's rocking a 107 million TCP. And he's in Plat 3. So, and this is going to be his Crucible defense. Both of these are going to be for Crucible defense, by the way. So in Room 1, he has Illuminati. And we decided that it would probably be better to do an out-of-time dorm team in there. That way he has Illuminati on offense. Now in Plat 3, he's not really having very many challenges with his opponents because he has such a big defense. So, but as he climbs up and gets higher, that's going to change. So we're just trying to get him prepared for the tougher opponents that he has coming up. So out-of-time dorm in Room 1 is what we're going to go with. We're going to use Illuminati on offense. In Room 2, the Black Knight Mephisto can actually be one-shot by like a Cabal Kang Titania. So we're going to put Spider Society with Mephisto. Now I like to drop Noir out of Spider Society and put them with Mephisto, because you can put Noir with other teams and make them a little bit tougher for the counters that usually counter them. So that's like what I like to do. So that's what I suggested on this one. So since we have Spider Society in Room 3, we're moving them to 2 with Mephisto. We're going to put Darkhold, Dakin, and Quicksilver in 3. So that will be... I'd say it's a B to C level defense, but hey, he can overcome that easy of a defense just by the sheer power of his other defenses and how big they are compared to like who he's seen in his brackets. Alright, so for Room 4, I guess he did keep Noir in Room 4, so we can keep that there. We have... So we're gonna, since we're taking Dakin out of and putting him in Room 3, we're gonna just put Phoenix in here and call it good. So easy peasy on that one. ISOs look good for what he has currently in there. For Room 5, he has Extreme Rogue Bishop. We're gonna keep this room characters the same. I kind of like running Bishop in the middle, so if we swap Bishop and Gambit, and that way it kind of spreads the taunts out a little bit, and then you can maybe have a gap here if Bishop dies. You can have a gap here where you have Bishop and Rogue and Gambit, and then you have Forge and Cyclops, and then you can't get to the Forge. So that would be my recommendation for that. And everything else, yeah, the ISO looks pretty good. So in Room 6, he's got Annihilators with Super Scroll. Now, we did go over his teams before he had his Gore built up and Thanos endgame. So actually, what I like doing now in this room is drop Vol and drop Ultimus and put in Fury and Gore. And that way, when a Fury minion dies, because he's going to ult on his turn 1, bring out some minions, those minions will die. That'll give Gore charges, and then Gore will go attack the most injured enemy and give them ability block and things like that. So it's kind of rough. I've heard that Cabal has a tough time with that. So if somebody tries to go in there with Cabal, then that will deter that. And the ISOs on this is a little... So if we go with the team that I suggest, then I think we want to have Skrull as a Raider, although he does have Purple Striker on here, so maybe just leave that one. You can do Surfer as a Raider. Fury can be a Raider, and then... you know what? Yeah, that'd be okay. Gore would be a Raider, so that way Skrull has enough ISO vulnerables to attack into. But other than that, there we go. That's it for Corvus. Now let's get to our other second whale defense we went over. And yes, here it is. Ceci's defense. He's rocking 163 million TCP, and he is in, at the time of this recording, he was in Masters 3. I believe he's in Grandmasters now. So he wanted to do this for fun. He didn't really make a lot of changes based on our feedback, but we're going to give the recommendations anyway. Has Superior 6, and I think he did make this adjustment that we suggested on stream, which is swap Goblin and Craven, and that way Goblin will get the speed up from Doc after Doc does his special. Everything else, what can you improve when you have 3 diamonds, G19 on everybody? The ISO looks great, so that's a great room there. This discussion with his defense was also before Thanos Endgame came out, so but I still do like this room. I think splitting up Thanos and Gore is a good idea. So for our suggestion for this room at the time was really all we have to do is just swap Surfer and Ultimus, and pretty much that's it. He's got the purple Raider Scroll, which is good. He's got the purple Striker Surfer. I don't think at 7 red he needs a Fortifier Gladiator anymore. But the purple 3 Fortifier is really has a really good ability to it, which removes vulnerables from himself, and I can't remember if it's allies too. I can't remember off the top of my head, but just removing vulnerables from self is really good. So since he did go the purple route, just keep it. And yeah, got a good room there. All right, so room 3, he does have he put an Infinity Watch in a different room, just to troll people. Give the peasants an easy win, and we're suggesting that he puts Infinity Watch in this room instead of the room that he has them in, which we'll get to that here in a little bit. But yeah, we're saying put Infinity Watch in here, and we're gonna move this room to 4, and we're gonna make a slight change to it. So let's go to 4. All right, so 4, we're gonna move that Old Man Logan room to 4 here. He had Old Man Logan, Panda Pool, Black Knight, Dakin, and Noir, and so we're gonna take out the Noir in that team and put Phoenix in there. So the positioning we want, we'll have Black Knight here on the corner, Old Man Logan, Phoenix, Dakin, and then Panda Pool right here. That'll be our suggestion for room 4. He had Dakin as a purple skirmisher. He didn't really want to change it, but we would recommend Raider for Dakin for ISO. All the other ISOs on that team looked good. So let's go on to the next one. So this room 5 we are going to keep as it is, although we are going to change some ISOs around. So we're going to change Rogue to a Striker and Forge as a healer. He did admit that this was in room 1 and he forgot to change the ISOs, so at least he's willing to listen to us a little bit for some of our suggestions. But Janine is, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like, whatever counter they bring into this room, I don't think it's going to matter too much as far as positioning. You could try to split, like, Gambit and Rogue over here, Nightcrawler and Forge over here with Dorm in the middle. You could try and split it that way, but essentially I don't think it's going to matter too much, other than those ISO changes. Alright, so this is where that Infinity Watch comes in that I was talking about. I asked him, why don't you have Gear 19 on your Infinity Watch and 3 diamonds? He's going to be working on that, I guess. No, I don't think he will be, but I thought it'd be funny if he did. So we're going to put Spider Society Mephisto in here. Now, he did have Noir instead of Ghost Spider with the Spider Society Mephisto in the other room that he had. We are suggesting take Noir out and put Ghost Spider in. We'll just look at his Spider Society here. So we are suggesting Raider Pav, Healer on Peter and Raider on Noir. I don't think he was willing to budge with the ISOs on here. I don't know if it's just because he has the purple ISO already, or he just seems to like that better for some reason. But yeah, there you go. That's Ceci's defense. 2 Whales defense. I thought it would be fun to see all these crazy Gear 19 3 diamond characters, all purple ISO. So there you go. Hope that's, if you are a big spender, I hope that helps you. And until next time, don't just have a great game, be good to yourself and others too, and we will see you around. He's got a big enough defense he can overcome that kind of defense on. He can overcome that kind of This was in room 1 at one point. I think he just forgot to adjust him. And I think actually, maybe now that I and until next time, don't just have a great